Hello everyone, Professor Thompson here. It's day 2 of our summer session, and I thought I would pop in a very quick video with a couple thoughts for you today. First off, I just want to update you on the progress of the additions and whatnot that I had mentioned in my last video to our Blackboard course shell. I have essentially finished all of the stuff that I'm going to add to Unit 1 and all of the content that I'm going to add to Unit number 2. So there's no other assignments, ideas, activities that you need to worry about in those first 2 unit tabs. I still need to work on Unit 3, but I think that most of you aren't going to be at Unit 3 in the next couple days, so I think I've bought myself a little time in that regard that I can continue manipulating and fixing what had happened from last week in Unit 3. Tomorrow, when I come into my office, I'm going to specifically be working on building out a video library tab. So it won't be up until tomorrow, but I'm going to put a tab up on the left side that will house a variety of example videos. That way, if you're wondering what Speech 1 might look like, you can watch some examples. If you're wondering what Speech 2 would look like, again, watch some examples and so on. So I want to provide you with many resources, and that includes former students of mine who have given me permission to use their videos to help you and other students in my class. So that's coming tomorrow. I also tomorrow I'm going to work on a handout tab, and that way you can look in one central bank of locations for any handouts that would be related to the course. What I do try and do, though, is I do try and put handouts in each of the units as well. So, for instance, I have a handout in Unit 1 that talks about oral source citation in your speeches. So how do you do that? What do they look like? What do they sound like? But then I will also put that handout in my handout kind of bank or library so that it's housed in multiple locations so that you can find things hopefully easily. That's the goal. So that's the progress there on what is to come from today to tomorrow, but I hope that you have started working on some early coursework. To that end, my message today is make sure that you are getting through Chapter 1, Chapter 9, Chapter 10, and the other thing you really need to start working on right now is you need to get into Unit 1 and you need to look at the first speech requirements. So in Unit 1, you're going to see a link that says Speech 1 requirements. That document, it'll be a little bit lengthy, but it's long so that I can give you as much detail as possible. Make sure that you are starting to think about your speech now. This is a 5-week course. It flies by. So you need to start actively thinking about your speech. You need to actively start thinking about who you are going to gather as your audience. You need to actively think about where you're going to be recording your speech and start working on not only the preparation piece of the speech, but also the logistical piece of getting that done and recording it. Again, I want to keep in mind that I will always remind you that we do have the state of Illinois requirements that say you have to have 8 people, you have to record your speech outside of your house in a public setting of some sort, and I've provided a free platform for you with GoReact to make that as easy as possible. So please make sure that you are working on that. If you have questions about your first speech, please email me. I'd love to help you out if you do have a question, but for the most part, you can choose whatever topic you want. It is an informative speech. You get to choose what body points you're going to use. I am going to stress that you should keep it as easy as possible. Do not choose these overly complex topics. Think, how can I simplify something? How can I really share some information about a very narrow topic or a narrow idea. This is a 5 to 7 minute speech. This is not a 30-minute seminar that you are leading. So keep it simple, keep it straightforward. Very basic is okay. What I'm really looking for in this first speech is that you can follow the format that's in the requirement sheet. Can you make sure that you have these required elements? Can you have the source citations I'm looking for? So that construction piece is going to be something I'm looking at. And at the end of the day, this also gives me a lot of insight into whether or not you can follow directions, right? Here's the requirements for the speech. Were you able to follow those? You had to follow the IAI or the state of Illinois guidelines for submitting your speech. Were you able to follow those? So this is a big kind of test right away within Unit 1. I wish you the best of luck. Please ask for help if I can be of assistance. Keep plowing away on the chapter quizzes and the modules. And good luck, okay? I'll post another video here soon. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Good luck. We will see you all soon.